Guys, it's Sarah and today is BookList Thursday. This is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library. And every Thursday we bring you some sort of list or book topic that we feel like talking about for the week. And this week we are going to do a prompt that was provided to us from my daughter, Layla. Lindsay and I were kind of brainstorming some ideas and we were going back and forth and thinking about some things for December. And Layla was sitting next to me when we were doing that. And she said something about, we wanted something kind of a little Christmassy, but not super Christmassy, like holiday-ish, but not really. And so we were kind of having a little bit of a difficult time coming up with something. And then Layla said stars. And I was like, stars? What do you mean? She said, books that have stars on them. Like the Christmas star? And I was like, oh, you are a genius. So we came up with books that have stars on the cover and thought that this would give us a lot of options. I struggled with this one, surprisingly, because I like a lot of fantasy. You would think a lot of fantasy would have stars. No, not so much. Not a single one of these is from my fantasy shelf, but I did find 5. Okay, the first one I have here is The Fortune Hunter by Daisy Goodwin. So there's definitely, as you can see, some stars all over the place, and got one on the back, like got some on the back here and even on the spine. So this one, I want to say this is like kind of a historical-ish fiction book. I don't know if this has any type of fantasy elements in it or not. The only thing that makes me think that is that it starts out saying enter a world where royal means following the rules. So I don't know if it means like a fantasy royalty or a historical. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. And none of the back like indicates anything else, but this is a big love triangle. It's basically what this is. So if you don't like love triangles, maybe don't pick this one up. But there are 3 people, an empress of Austria, a English heiress, and a captain that they both are in love with. So 2 women and a man. And there is some sort of big, powerful infatuation between the 3 of them. That's all that I'm getting from the back. Not sure exactly what that means, but yeah, so we'll see. But the cover kind of makes me think historical, so we'll see whenever I get to it. This next one here is The Wanderers. This is by Meg Howry, and this is, set in space. As you can see, there's like an astronaut right there, and then these are all stars kind of scattered around in the atmosphere, if you will. Okay, so this one is following 3 people who are going to be traveling to Mars for the first time. It's the very first time that we are able to send people to Mars, and these 3 are going to be the ones who are going to take that voyage. They're all on this voyage for different reasons, and it kind of follows all that. I'm not going to go too much more into it, but yeah, set in space, Mars, I'm in. Next one I have here is The Book of M. This is by Pang Shepard, and again, it has a skyline with stars all scattered throughout here. So this one follows an interesting situation. There is something that is starting to happen to the people of the world, and it happens with one person when his shadow disappears. He doesn't have a shadow anymore. And it's something that he starts noticing and everyone else starts noticing. Shortly after his shadow disappears, he starts losing all his memories. He can't remember anything about his life, about the people he knows, his family, nothing. He starts losing his memory completely. And it ends up becoming like a plague, like you can catch this thing, and scientists can't explain it. They don't know what's going on. And we follow a husband and wife, and they are running away from all this stuff. They're trying to seclude themselves so that they don't catch this thing. And one day the wife's shadow disappears, even though they are secluded, haven't really been exposed to it as far as they know. And it happens. So she runs away from her husband to prevent him from getting it as well. But he doesn't want to be separated from her. So he's trying to find her. So it's like kind of, they're both navigating this dangerous world separately, and she's running from him, he's trying to find her, all that type of stuff. So they're going to run into a whole bunch of different situations, kind of like a dystopian is, or maybe not dystopian, but like almost apocalyptic, maybe a little bit like that. So yep. This next one is a middle grade, and that is The Book Wanderers by Anna James. This is the first book in the Pages & Co. series. And this one follows a young girl named Tilly. Her mother has disappeared and she is living with her grandparents. She takes comfort in the bookshop that her grandparents own, and she just finds comfort there in the books while missing her mother and wondering what happened to her. And then one day, some of her favorite characters from the books start showing up in the bookshop. Like it's actually the characters, like Alice from Alice in Wonderland and Anne from Anne of Green Gables walk into the shop. And Tilly learns that she has the ability to go into her favorite books and experience things inside the books. And upon learning this and upon doing this a few times, she's starting to learn some secrets and starting to maybe piece some things together and trying to figure out what happened to her mother that way. So she starts kind of coming into some realizations there. So this one sounds super cute and definitely stars. Got some stars up here, if you can see. There's a couple little stars down here. So stars on the cover. Okay, this last one, you guys. Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. Stars on the flag. Yep. And also on the spine, big time. That's what kind of drew my attention to it. I saw the spine. So this one, okay. I'm not going to give you a full synopsis on this because I don't fully know exactly the 100% synopsis because I don't want to know. I want to go into this one and just experience it. But from what I've heard, Civil War era zombies. And from what I've heard, it's amazing. So I've heard really, really, really fantastic things about this book. Definitely want to read it. So yeah, but Civil War, zombies, how can you not? Okay, guys, that is it. Those are some of the books from my shelves that have stars on the cover. And I like that there's a little bit of a mix of like a skyline with kind of a scattering of stars and then actually like drawn stars and then even had stars on a flag. So that was pretty cool. Let me know down below if you have read any of these books. Should I pick one of these up very soon? Because these are all books I have not read yet. And let me know if there are any book covers that come to you off the top of your head that have stars on them. I'd love to know that. And make sure you go check out Lindsay today and see what books she's featuring from her shelves. And we will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.